Hello everyone, welcome to another Remnant 2 video. In today's video we are talking about two mutators that I think you must have for solid DPS in endgame Remnant 2. I don't know a single person that hasn't used or is not currently using these two mutators, so I thought I'd bring them to your attention. But if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first mutator we're going to talk about can be found in Lassam, in either the Butcher's Quarter or in Cotton's Kiln. Now, either of these kind of burning worlds can be found from either starting location, but once you find either Cotton's Kiln or Butcher's Quarter, you need to find the instance you see on screen now, which is kind of this big pit in the ground. Once you find this big pit, you know you're in the right spot. If you don't find it, you're going to have to re-roll and try to get lucky. It can take a few tries. Once you find it, head off to the left here and kind of work your way through the ads that are going to be present, and just continue heading left, and you're going to find a little hole in the wall. So we're going to take out these ads and then move off to that hallway you can see just to the left off my left shoulder. So I'm just going to take out these ads. We're going to fast forward, and then we're going to go down that corridor. So you can see we're going down the corridor now, and on the mini map you can see a little break in the wall, and that's where we want to go, down into this hole here and continue down this shaft or this hole as well, and just keep going on the only path the map can really bring you. Just keep following this path and it'll bring you right to the Gorge event. This event will award you with the Twisting Wounds mod, and this mod is good for just about every bleed build in the game, especially pairing it with the Merciless. They're like a match made in heaven, and you can't, if you're not running Twisted Wounds on Merciless, let me know what you are, because I don't know of anything else you'd want to run on it. So Twisted Wounds states, as you can see on screen, it increases range damage of this weapon by 10% to bleeding targets, and since Merciless intrinsically applies bleed, this is a really easy one to proc. And at level 10, this weapon's ranged weak spot and ranged critical hits apply bleeding, dealing 100 bleed damage over 10 seconds. That's huge. It's going to really bolster your DPS and how much that bleed is going to do and how easy it is to proc. Pair this with some other amulets about status effects and stuff like that, and you can really start to tick bosses away. But on screen you can see we're fighting Gorge here. He can be a little bit of a nuisance, but do your best, work there, apply any kind of status effects, and just try to stay alive. It's important to note that you can also get more heavy enemies to spawn with you here, or some minions. As you can see, my good buddy Pastor is fighting back there. But just try your best to get him down quickly and efficiently, and whittle him down. Once he's dead, you will drop the Twisted Wounds mod. You can see a big boy just spawned on us. So make sure to pick this one up. The next mutator I have for you, I didn't even know was working improperly until yesterday's patch came out, and the patch note said it fixed an issue where momentum mutator bonus was not being applied correctly when upgraded. I already thought that this mutator was super strong before that patch notes, and apparently it wasn't even functioning properly. But momentum at level 10 says when this weapon scores a critical hit, it increases critical chance and critical damage by 3% for 3 seconds. It maxes out at 10 stacks, and at level 10, critical hits from this weapon add 2 stacks, and it increases the duration by 2 seconds for a maximum of 5 seconds. So how do you get this incredible DPS mod in the game? Well, you need to be inside of the Imperial Gardens. The Imperial Gardens can roll from either starting location, so from either the Palace or the Forbidden Grove. And as you move through the dungeon, you'll see this giant, beautiful, flying monstrosity in the sky. Now, he'll leave you alone until you decide that you want to mess with it. And of course, by gamer logic, it always says, hey, let's shoot the big thing in the sky, right? And that's exactly what happened. And as soon as you do, you activate essentially a boss fight, and you can target and do damage to the Mantigora is what it's called, the Mantigora, the entire time throughout the entire dungeon. So when you do this, you can wait till the very end to kill it, or you can kind of kill it right off in the beginning, but it is very hard. And it will shoot at you some aggressive firebolts if you make it angry. So don't mess around with it. Once you decide that you want to kill it, make sure you kill it quickly, because as you can see, the firebolts will do some serious damage. But once you destroy the Mantigora, this mod will drop for you, and you're able to then apply it in your builds and upgrade it. But I hope this video helped you. These two mods should not be slept on, and I would make it a point to go out and get them as soon as possible if you're looking to do a DPS build. But I thank you all for your continued support. If this video did help you, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate all the support. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.